Okay, so let's have a look at this annoying little device called the Behringer X1204 USB. When I first got this, I thought I could do multi-tracking right away, and I imagined that because it was a USB device, you just plug it in, and away you go, back and forth from your computer, no problem. Nothing but problems when I tried to use the USB out connector. I found the volumes to be extremely low. Could hardly get a signal out of it either way, in or out, and eventually gave up with the USB and went back to the idea of figuring out whether I could use this just straight analog out and analog out in. So and then I saw a lot of YouTube videos that seemed to indicate that it wasn't possible with this device to do multi-track recording. And I just couldn't believe that something this complex with more buttons than you can, shake a stick at. I thought, surely this device can do multi-tracking from a computer. Come on. As is, it kind of looks like, and a lot of people said all it was multiple ins and one track, two track recording. And I couldn't believe that. As a musician, I like to lay down multiple tracks. I like to compose that way. And I believed when I bought this that I would be able to do that. And when I couldn't, right out of the starting gate, use it intuitively, I spent an inordinate amount of time trying to get it to work. So what I've done, and I'm just sharing this with anybody who just wants to set this damn thing up and finally get it working. If you've had problems like me reading the manual, here's what I've done. And it's just probably one of many solutions, but this works for me. The beige cord that you see on the right, going to the right, on the right there, that is going into the two-track USB output, okay? And that's outputting to the sound card, audio in, and it's also being split. You can see I'm splitting it as well to those red and white cables are coming right back into the 5/6 strip line in, okay? And you can see that that's primarily in order to monitor the effects going out. And the beige cord is simply the out going to the computer, okay? So that's probably a little more complicated because I wanted to sing with effects on my voice, and I wanted to control how much of that effect was on my individual tracks. So I'm using 5/6 to handle that. And a few things to keep in mind is that the line in button is up position, the solo button down below is down, and the mute Alt 3 and 4 is down as well. And the effects is at 12 o'clock, the orange knob. So that strip, 5/6, is handling how much effect is being used. 7/8 is handling what's coming back from the computer after you've recorded. Line in, 7/8, again with the line in button in the up position, and the solo button in the down, and the mute Alt 3-4 down. That's handling the output direct from the computer. Whatever's on the computer in a track will go there, and you can control the volume of it with that strip, 7/8. Okay? I've got headphones out, no problem. That doesn't create any difficulty. But now here's the thing, and I'm calling it silent overdubs because all I could ever get out of this thing was overdubbing with a crosstalk channel of the computer feeding back on itself, basically. So previous tracks, if I wanted to add a track, the track would have all my previous tracks or whatever I was monitoring coming in on it. So That created a total nightmare, and I was really wanting, as anyone would, a simple, basic, way to monitor the previous tracks without having them intrude on the new tracks. So that's what 7.8 is all about. That's what I'm using that strip for. To make sure that's silent, the input track, okay, you can see how silent dubs, input channel, any strip. I've got a zoom plugged into the line 1, track 1. I'm just using a zoom as my microphone, using the line out on it. So I've got a mini plug out to an adapter there on track 1. And basically I've got the mute button up, Alt 3-4 is up, the solo button itself is up, and that's all I've got going on that track. Little line in at the top there is in the up position as well. And now, the mix in the headphones. This is key. The auxiliary send, okay, I just push the solo button down and can control the mix. Okay, this is the mix coming from the track that I'm recording on track 1. That's handled by that knob, the red auxiliary send knob, and the solo button is down. Basically, that's about it. On the back of the unit, okay, I've got the control room out going directly to my stereo system for a full mix if I want to hear back through my sound system, my main sound system. That's just going out to that. Meanwhile, the speakers on my computer handle everything the way they normally would. I generally turn them completely off when I'm recording, and I record with headphones. So I don't know if this really helps anybody, but I thought I'd share it. This is the situation I've got that works for me. Feel free to comment and I'll explain anything that isn't clear. Hope this helps.